Alright, so Ixion, everything we know so far, let's get started. So Ixion is a game that I actually stumbled across while doing research for the top 5 survival games video that I did a week ago, and I did some more research on it and it looks super duper good, so I thought why not do a everything you need to know video about it. So that's what I'm doing right now. The way this video is going to be sort of mapped out is basically I'm going to just tell you some of the basic information about the game, like release date, platform it's releasing on, and stuff like that. And then we'll dive into some of the more complicated aspects about the game to really give you the whole scoop of what's going on with this game. So yeah, before we get started, the like is always appreciated, and make sure you get subscribed for more content like this in the future. And let's get started. So Ixion is being developed by Bulwark Studios and published by Casado Games, and I think I'm pronouncing those names right, although I'm not for sure. And it is releasing in 2022. We don't have a specific date yet, just sometime in 2022. Now we are about halfway through 2022, so if it is going to release in 2022, hopefully we're going to start hearing some more things about it. But yeah, it's only being released on PC, not any sort of consoles. So yeah, now let's get into the more complicated aspects about the game. Ixion is another space-related survival game that does something a little bit different. It mixes a city builder with a survival game where you help guide the Tiqqun space station through deep space to find a new home for humanity, because Earth got severely messed up by climate change and is just not a viable option to live on anymore, so you have to find a new home for humanity. You play as the administrator for the station, and you will help manage every aspect of the station to ensure survival for all your people and successfully finding that new planet that you'll eventually call Earth 2.0. So that is a good summarization of what the game is about, but it goes a lot more in depth than that. So some of the other aspects of the game that you should probably know about if you're going to consider playing it is just managing your population. That's a really big aspect of the game, and you want to make sure you maintain your crew's trust in the corporation through this venture through space to find a new home for humanity. And along with managing your population, you have to make sure you have enough people to support all the jobs on your ship and just all sorts of stuff like that. It's a really important aspect of the game. Another really big aspect of the game is just exploration and finding resources for your ship. The way you can do that actually is by sending probes out, and it will find resources for you, and then once you find the resources, you can send mining and cargo probes out, and it will go gather and mine and gather all the resources and bring it back to your ship, where you can use them to help progress your ship and build a bigger like a city or whatever you want to call it on your ship. Speaking of the city building part of the game, it looks really similar to Frostpunk, and it's hard to like describe what a city builder is like, and the best way is just for you to see it. So just watch the trailer. You should be watching all the trailers and the gameplay trailers for Ixion throughout the entire video. That's the best way for me to describe the city building part of it. It's really similar to Frostpunk, but that's about all I can give you. You have to see for yourself. Now also, space is a very dangerous place. Hull breaches, overloaded power supplies, electrical fires, that's all up to you to manage these risks and deal with emergencies, create backup power solutions, and enabling extravehicular activities, which I believe what they mean by that, because that's kind of a big word there. Extravehicular activity, I think, is what they mean by sending probes out and exploring and stuff like that. And yeah. Some of the ways that you can prevent against these hazards is by upgrading your ship and upgrading its armor and stuff and adding things to it. Like in the trailer, you can see that they add solar panels to the ship, and I'm assuming they are a good source of power, but they also can provide some protection to the ship. So you just gotta upgrade your ship and make it better and stronger to prevent against hull breaches and stuff like that, because I'm presuming hull breaches and overloaded power supplies and electrical fires, that's all bad stuff. You don't want that. Now, I know I already talked about exploration, but I want to talk about it a little bit more because it's a really big aspect of the game, and this whole game is really big. We're talking space here. Space is big, so you got a lot to explore. So as I said before, you can send probes out to reveal what's hidden and find other resources and find anything that you would find in space. Like you can find remnants of previous maybe not humans, but aliens, maybe, I'm not sure. But you can see at the end of the gameplay trailer, they show after you get out the magnetic storm, which I'll talk about those in just a minute. You can see remnants of people that were there previously, and you can also encounter other survivors, and then you can either bring them onto your ship, or if you already have too many people, you can just not bring them onto your ship. You know, it's whatever you want to do. But you can also commission science expeditions to discover the secrets and threats you'll find out there in space, and just all sorts of stuff like that. It seems like a really cool idea for a video game. I really like it. And for the last aspect that I want to talk about for this game, it's kind of just a summarization of the other aspects that I talked about, but it's on the Steam page, and I just don't feel like I could summarize it any better, so I'm just going to read off what it says. It says Dolos, which, by the way, Dolos is the like company you're sort of working for in this whole journey. You know, it's kind of complicated. It's the only part of the game that I can't really make full sense of, you know. But Dolos is famed for their innovative technologies. They're scientists, but the Typhoon now finds itself cut off. You have to find what resources you can, research what you don't have, and find new ways to provide for your settlement. You can construct new buildings to create what you need, and modify the Typhoon station and improve it and forge ahead in this odyssey. I feel like that's a really good summarization of some of the things that I mentioned before. And yeah, I think that's all the main aspects about the game. Now, one thing I do want to mention is the soundtrack for the gameplay trailer is unbelievably good. I would really highly recommend that you go ahead and watch the gameplay trailer for Ixion. It's playing in the background, but you won't get the audio, and the soundtrack is unbelievably good. Just yeah, like props to who's the developers for this game? Bulwark Studios. Props to you guys, man. You guys made one hell of a gameplay trailer. But yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to mention. Trailer's amazing, but yeah, that's about it for this game. It looks like a super good game, and I'm really excited for it. I feel like I gave you guys a good, you know, summary of what the game is all about. There's a lot of aspects to it, so it was hard to keep it organized and all that stuff, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then hey, go down below and give it a like. I'd really appreciate that. And then consider subscribing for more content just like this in the future. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Or I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.